These days, it seems like all the personal finance experts are talking about using an income annuity to help you with retirement. Forbes talks about it. Kiplinger's Personal Finance talks about it. So in this video, we're going to explain what is an income annuity, how does it work, and who should consider getting one.
Okay, so if you haven't watched our masterclass, you need to click on the link in the description and take a look at that, because we talk a lot about how income annuities work in conjunction with Social Security and pension to bring in that income that people will need in retirement and that they can count on.
That's right. So what is an income annuity? Essentially, it's setting money aside today in an annuity to guarantee a future lifetime income payout. At some point in the future, could be 30 days, 1 year, 5 years, even 10 years out. We set money aside today to guarantee a future income stream.
So it's important to note that this is a guaranteed lifetime income. You cannot outlive it. Even if the account reaches zero, those checks will still keep coming.
That's right. So how do they work? Okay. Two major components to an income annuity. Number one is that guaranteed rate of return, or the roll-up rate, they sometimes call it, and your age. So I want to give you an example of how this works in real life for Bob and Kay. Now, Bob and Kay are both 60 years old. They went through our masterclass and determined that they needed to set aside about $250,000 today to generate enough income 5 years from now when combining with their Social Security and pension to meet their monthly budget. Now that $250,000, Amber, can come from 401k, TSP, IRA, doesn't matter where it's coming from. The idea is it's going to be used to generate income in retirement. Now Bob and Kay want to retire at 65 when they can get Medicare, so they're going to let this sit here for 5 years. Now if they find a guaranteed roll-up rate of around 6%, that income account balance will be right around $325,000. Now, that's the first component, right? The guaranteed roll-up. How fast is it going to go from 250 to 325? That's 5 years for Bob and Kay. Now they're at 65, we go to their age, because the age determines what percentage of that $325,000 will be paid out. So when we look at this chart here, we will see that at 65, they will get 4.93% of the $325,000 income account balance each and every year as long as Bob is alive. Now, if they wanted the payouts to go for both Bob and Kay's lifetime, they're going to take 4.13% times $325,000, and they're going to get about $13,400 per year. Now, Amber, this is guaranteed to be paid out as long as either Bob or Kay is alive. $13,422, they'll get paid each and every year, and they could opt to have that paid to them monthly, of course, or quarterly, whatever they want. And they cannot outlive that even if the account balance reaches zero.
Okay, so Bob and Kay cannot outlive this money, but what happens if, say, after a year of taking these payouts, they both die at the same time, maybe in a car accident? What happens to that account because it hasn't reached zero?
Well, that's a great question. So there's a death benefit paid to the named beneficiaries if the account balance has not been drained down to zero. So if Bob and Kay take these for 10 years and they get paid $130,000 and there's still $200,000 in that account, that's going to go to the named beneficiaries. But I also like that these are very flexible, right? What happens if Bob and Kay get to age 65 and decide that they don't need the income? Maybe they're going to keep working for an extra couple of years. Well, maybe in our example, they wait to age 67. Now remember, we have two components to the income annuity. If they waited 2 more years, the income account is going to grow for 2 more years, right?
Right.
But what also happens in 2 years?
Well, they get a little bit older.
That's right, they're 2 years older. So let's go back to our chart. That 250 has now grown to 365,000 by age 67. And also the percentage payout they will receive of the 365 goes up because they're 2 years older. So again, if they wanted to get paid out for both Bob and Kay's lifetime, the annuity company will pay them 4.25% of the $365,000, or just over $15,500 per year for the rest of their life. So by waiting 2 additional years, they're getting an additional $2,000 per year for the rest of their life as long as either one is alive.
So there's some flexibility there. You cannot outlive that income stream, and there's a possible death benefit.
That's right.
Obviously, this isn't going to be a good fit for everybody. So who should be looking at making an income annuity a part of their retirement plan?
Well, people who should look at an income annuity are those who cannot cover their retirement monthly budget with just Social Security and pension. They need more guaranteed income. Remember, if you've watched our master class, we give you all the statistics that show you need to cover your monthly budget with guaranteed income streams. So Bob and Kay found that they were a little bit short on theirs, right? They wanted to go out and buy some additional guaranteed income. Now, who this is not a good fit for is people who maybe already have a nice pension along with Social Security. We work with a lot of federal government employees, and they have a nice pension and Social Security. So they probably don't need this. They would be better off using a growth annuity that we're going to talk about in a future video.
And so if you're not quite sure what your retirement income needs will be, we've already done a video about this, so go ahead and watch that video. And then if you still have questions, you can click on the link in the description and apply to be one of our clients, and we can help you out.
That's right. You can make the best of your life the rest of your life.
Plan now to retire happy.